Hello, family. We attempted to make yogurt in the Instant Pot last night, and here's how it turned out. Now we have to put it in a cloth and a strainer to strain out the whey. Then you wrap it all up. Well, we're straining out the whey so we can make ricotta cheese after this. Also, we don't want really runny yogurt. So if you look right here in the bowl, you can already see the whey is coming out. And this is our first time, but we decided we were using two strainers. You just wrap it up like this, and you let it strain. Once you got this folded up like this, you put this all in the refrigerator and let it drain for 24 hours. I got to make some room in the fridge. We'll be right back.
Why don't you whip out the strawberry sauce we made last night?
And we used our canned strawberries to make it. All right, family. We opened up the towel, and this is the yogurt that we got. It's pretty thick yogurt. And we got some whey underneath here to put in, and we also got 1.5 jars of whey here that we're going to try to make ricotta cheese with. All right, so I transferred our yogurt out of this bowl and put it in this cottage cheese container that I had empty, and this is 48-ounce container, and this is pretty much full. So 1 gallon of milk gets you about 48 ounces of yogurt. Hi everybody, so today we are going to attempt to make ricotta cheese. Yesterday, my husband and I made homemade yogurt. From the yogurt, we have whey as a byproduct. We ended with 2 full quarts of whey, and then we had about a half pint, which I already poured in the pot. So, in order to make ricotta cheese, Now, mind you, we've never done this before. This is just from me researching. You put your whey back into the pan. Then you turn your burner on and you bring the temperature up to 180 degrees. And I do have to grab my thermometer, wherever I put it. Okay, so I just use our grilling thermometer and I just set it on in there. And then this does say that you're supposed to continually stir because otherwise it will scorch to the bottom. So right now my thermometer is telling me that it's 114 degrees, which I don't believe that because I just took it out of the refrigerator. So I'm gonna sit here and stir the whey until it reaches 180 degrees. At that point, we will do our next step. So we've been stirring for a while. The temperature is 106 degrees right now. 106. Now, from everything that I've researched, when you make ricotta from whey, you will still have a liquid byproduct. And after reading some different internet searches, it seems like some people put that byproduct on their gardens. Some people feed it to their animals. Some people use it to boil pasta or make rice. I'm not sure what we're going to do. But if you look in this pot, you're starting to see separation within the pot. So you've got the white foam on the top. That's what's going to turn into your cheese. And then underneath you got the liquid byproduct, which I'm not sure what it's called. And the temperature is actually rising faster than I expected. We are at 127 already. And then before I got started with this, I got my straining system set up here. So after this is warm and we make the cheese, we then have to strain the cheese. So in order to strain the cheese, you need a bowl to catch the waste. You need a fine mesh colander, and you also need a cheesecloth. I also pre-measured my white vinegar. So when I read online, it said for 1 gallon of whey, you use 1/4 cup of vinegar. So we have about half of a gallon of whey. So we are using 1/8 of a cup of vinegar. We are at 150. So I'm noticing that the center of the liquid is actually a different temperature than it when I just leave it sitting in there close to the outside. $163. As now that we are at 184, if you want to look at that to confirm. So 184. So what you do, take that thermometer out. You're gonna turn off your heat, pour this in, and then stir it up, and it should start forming curds. We'll see if it does. I think ours is broken. It's not doing anything. We'll try a little more vinegar. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna call it broken. Failed attempt.
What's our conclusion?
We did something wrong.
Did we do anything wrong, or did we just make yogurt, but the whey from the yogurt is not the same whey from the making of cheese?
Maybe. Well, now we have a pot of supposedly whey with vinegar in it. We have concluded that we either one, did something wrong, or number two, the byproduct of yogurt.
One thing we gotta remember is that we did put vanilla into the yogurt. So did the vanilla mess with the whey, maybe?
Maybe.
That's one thing we didn't think about.
Is this how our videos are gonna be? Like you talking on one side of the screen and me on the other?
I don't know, it's kind of fun. Cause like I've got the point of view of like the people sitting behind the TV. You know?
Anyways, so we concluded that either one, we messed up. Number two, the whey byproduct of yogurt is not the same as the whey byproduct of cheese. Or number three, as my pain in the Tutuscus husband pointed out, maybe the vanilla that we added to the yogurt had some sort of effect on not making ricotta cheese. Either way, we have no ricotta cheese. We now have a pan of hot liquid that will probably just get dumped down the drain. All right, friends, have a good day.